All right, listen up. If you're a coach, a consultant, even an agency owner stuck in that $10,000 to $15,000 a month range, this video is specifically for you. If you want to know how we took a client from $7,000 a month to $126,000 a month, yes, you're reading that right. I'm going to show you exactly how we did it. Break down the blueprint right here for you today. My name is Stefan Lanasi, founder of Reactive.ai. And if you're new to the channel, we scale online businesses just like yours by installing our proven marketing, sales, automation systems. We've generated millions of dollars with this exact blueprint that I'm going to break down with you today. So it works for businesses specifically in the coaching, consulting, agency industry. We've perfected it over the last about 8-9 months now. And I want to get one thing straight. This is not theory. This isn't fluff. This isn't a sound good sort of thing. This is shit that we're really doing right now, real talk, so to speak, right? So this case study that I'm going to go through here might make you question everything that you thought you needed to scale a business. You're going to see it's pretty simple. That doesn't mean it's easy, but I'm going to break it down for you here. Why should you listen to me? Well, it's because I'm doing this on a daily basis. This is what I do. We find bottlenecks, we fix bottlenecks, and we scale businesses. It's what we've been doing for the last 20 years combined. So you're going to see real live stuff. You're not going to be seeing theory, fluff, garbage. Okay, so what I do know is not about hustle. It's not about doing more. It's about generating systems, and it's about generating leverage inside of your business. So I'm going to show you the exact system that we use. So if you're ready to stop struggling, spinning your wheels, scrambling and scraping, so to speak, then let's get right into it, okay? And I'm going to start with some of the boring stuff. But this is kind of the client-facing sort of stuff, the stuff that really matters when we're setting all of this stuff up. But really what you need to see from here is what to track. We cannot effectively diagnose any problems unless we know our numbers. So we need to know the ad spend, what revenue is coming from that. We need to know, our show rate, our close rate, our target CPA, some broad numbers. There's other things that we can look at like cost per click, cost per lead, stuff like that to identify bottlenecks on the ad side. But on the overall funnel side, what is it? Is it the ads? Is it the sales? Is it the offer message? The only way you can figure that out is if you have these KPIs. So make sure you collect this stuff, that you're tracking this. If you're doing this stuff for clients, you get this stuff as well. But really what we want to focus on is this 8-step process. I'll briefly go through it, but the main focus here is the offer. I don't have time to go through everything here, but if you have one point of leverage, the theme of this video, you're going to want to make sure your offer is fucking great, right? Because that is the best point of leverage that you have in your business. And when you go to advertise your offer, you're magnifying your offer. If your offer is bad, then you're magnifying a bad offer. So we want to magnify a good offer, and we want to make sure our offer is great. So one of the things that we do with our clients is we make sure the offer is great. After that, we can move on to everything else, because once you magnify a great offer, all of this stuff here, the lead flow, appointment flow, deal flow, delivery, tracking, forecasting, talent placement, is just a consequence of what you have to do when you have a good offer, the things that come from having a good offer. So making sure you have a good offer, I'm going to repeat this over and over again, I don't really care what you think, is really the most important part of this. Because if you don't get your clients results, if your shit is garbage and you're going to go out there and try to sell it, you might be able to sell it for a little bit, but eventually it's going to catch up to you. So this approach will work for anybody who has a good offer. Their clients get good results. Basically, their shit is good. So let's get right into the good stuff, the juicy stuff, the reason you're here, the stuff that comes on the other side of the roadmap. Basically, the system is very simple. I'm not going to tell you anything you might not know. This isn't anything revolutionary. It just fucking works. So basically, we have a top of funnel with the ads. It's Let's Go Hustle, membership. Turo is what they do. They do Turo, credit repair, stuff like that. Package it together so you get your credit repaired, and then you go ahead and then start a Turo business or Airbnb, something like that. But it's an information product. It's a coaching business. And basically, we do these specific sort of ads with the green screen where you're kind of scrolling through. In this case, on this one, he's scrolling through showing all of the wins, or a lot of the wins inside of his school community. and enticing people to come over. So we're spending a decent amount of money, nothing crazy, as you're going to see here. Over the last maybe 3.5 months or so, we spent about what is it? $13,000 here. So we have generated 2,217 school members directly into the group. And that's just here, obviously starting messaging conversations. We're doing other stuff, sending people to Instagram, and we're doing other stuff. This is just highlighting some of the majority of the campaigns here, but not as much as you probably would have thought that we're spending, right? So something to be said about the system, because I come from a direct response background, and the thing about direct response is you're trying to get people to buy stuff without ever getting on the phone with them. So the cost to do that is pretty expensive. But with this system where we'll see here in a minute, we're driving them into the school group where we're automatically building trust. And then, what happens inside of the school group is really where the magic happens. So simultaneously, we can automatically build trust, and then we can, foster this environment where people are winning, and then this, internal desire causes other people to want to win, right? And so it's a great place. It kind of kills a bunch of things that make selling information pretty difficult, all in one place. So I know a lot of people have opinions about school, and it's this and it's that, but really the way I view it is opinions don't matter in business. This shit just works, right? So what happens after we get them to the school group? Well, that, again, like I said, is where the magic happens. We have DM setters that sit inside the school group, messaging from the creator's profile, getting them, qualifying them, trying to book them into demos. But then we also pull those school members into our pipeline with an automation so that we can, put them through our sales process. The setters will call them every day, have their leads to work through 2 times, 4 times, 6 times, move them as needed while booking calls into the demo booked column. And then moving anybody who may be in a position that they want to do this, but just not right now, into the nurturing column where we can send them lead magnets and testimonials, resources, stuff to get them, prepared to come over here, book a demo, and then obviously get closed into this column over here. So we don't just call them 6 times. I want you to understand that. This is, we can go into the notes and see. They can work these leads really as many as they want. But from a visual perspective, it's a very organized way for our setters to come in and systematize the way that we contact our leads. Chances are, if you're doing this, yourself, you're doing your own sales calls, you're probably not as sophisticated as this. And if you are, hey, hats off to you. Maybe I don't know anything, but the majority of the time our clients come in and this is the stuff that they pay us to do. So that's where my knowledge is coming from. But anyways, this is really the bulk of the system, right? I mean, and this is the 1-2 punch. Again, nothing revolutionary. I'm not telling you anything you probably don't already know. But the beauty of having setters and closers is that they are commission only most of the time. And if you can, generate leads the way that we can generate leads, and then you can install setters and closers into the business the way that we can, and then you can tweak the sales process and messaging the way that we can, then that's a recipe for some dollar signs. So I love working with partners who want to be a part of their sales process because they know their product better than anybody and they can sell it. And so chances are you're probably already doing your calls. And so before we install setters and closers into businesses, it's like we have the owner still do calls, have the team sit in, see how they sell it. Eventually they can get released into the wild, and then it becomes systematized in this huge point of leverage that a business owner couldn't even imagine, because setters and closers, that's what they're trained to do, that's what they do, while the creator is there to create, right? So while this is the bulk of the system, is there anything else that we can do to generate leverage? Well, this is what we do for our clients. You saw we were sending some of the traffic, some of the ad spend was going to this account where we were building up his followers. He has a really nice actual page where he's got this great lifestyle content, good visual content. So we leverage that by having him say, hey, get this resource. We leverage this by either, pushing people to school, or really just coming up with resources where, we have somebody comment to get the resource. Now, typically what you would do is you'd have like a ManyChat automation that would, send it to them or whatever. But in GHL, you can get a little bit crazy, and that's kind of what this is over here. Basically, this workflow that we built automatically responds to all of those comments. So if 159 people comment, then this will automatically follow up with 159 people simultaneously. But it'll do more than that. It'll go and it'll collect their email, and then it'll make sure that if it already has the email, that it doesn't duplicate it. It'll send them the lead magnet, and then it'll monitor the link even and make sure that they click on it. And if they don't, then it'll prompt them to click on it again and say, hey, I just want to make sure that you got this gift that you asked for. And then it'll monitor that link and so on and so forth. Eventually, we'll ask them an open-ended question with the goal of trying to push them to either book a call or push them in front of an offer that we've put together that we can do. So automatically, we can drive this traffic and create another huge point of leverage for our clients with something like this automation. So pretty powerful. Obviously, I think you can see how could a business not grow if you're talking, if you're automatically doing this stuff and doing it in a way where you can continue to go off and do your stuff. So creating very, very powerful points of leverage inside of the business. That's the theme today. I hope this helps. I'm not going to keep going on and on about it. This is pretty much the whole system. I know it's not anything crazy. I'm sorry. I don't know if you came here to see something genius. I apologize if you did, but this works. It works every time we implement it for a client. So it works because, again, you're doing everything. You're doing the things that matter. You're building trust automatically. You're driving traffic to a place where you can compound the effect, right? So you're not just like driving it to a VSL and then never contacting people again. You're driving to a school community where you can foster engagement, way different. Build trust automatically. Have all of this leverage here. You could also do YouTube as well. I mean, that works very well. You can be transparent depending on the business, but and then obviously having this point of leverage here with your setters, closers, like huge point of leverage, right? Where you can get this implemented and start to see the results that a system like this can bring to a business. It's pretty incredible. If you have your fulfillment dialed in and you're selling information, or you're selling packages, a group coaching or something like that, where it's highly leveraged, and your fulfillment dialed in, the results that this can have on a business like that, absolutely incredible. So speaking of that, if you are a coach or consultant agency who's ready to kind of go in this direction, you want to talk to us about maybe installing some of these systems into your business, there's going to be a link somewhere. You can go ahead, reach out, fill out the questionnaire. But on this channel, you'll find everything that you need to, kind of scale a coaching business. That's our goal, really, because we want you to reach out and to see if you can become a partner if you're qualified. For the people out there that are ready, we have a system. It works. We've done it over and over again, and we love to speak to those people. So that's why we're selfishly providing this value to you, obviously. But we don't have any courses to sell. We don't do anything like that. We love to partner with people and actually make things happen instead of just selling a bunch of courses and, it doesn't get people results. So anyways, enough about that. I hope that you got some value out of this. I look forward to seeing you guys on another video. Good luck. Peace out.